Hello and welcome back to another Mahner Farms video. Today we've got a unique opportunity to take a look at a process that typically people don't get a view at. So we're over at my buddy Alex's farm, and they've actually run low on one of their forage types, and so they're feeding green feed as part of their ration. So we're going to be seeing something you don't typically see, which is a empty harvester being fed into, or I should say, having feed put into it and fed out fresh, so we can actually get a view of a harvester that pretty much no one ever gets to see. So that's pretty cool, and we've recorded it for you today. So we're going to start off with just showing some footage of the unloading process, taking the feed out of the chopper box and blowing it into the harvester. Today, the equipment that's being used on the blower, there is a International Harvester 1566 tractor. It's obviously quite a large tractor with about 160 horsepower on the PTO. This was a tractor that was built between 1974 and 1976 as a part of the 66 series, which was their mainline row crop tractor series. Pulling the chopper box and unloading it here, we have an International Harvester Hydro 70 tractor. This was built between 1973 and 76, and it has about 69 horsepower on the PTO. And here we'll have some footage of probably my favorite part of the entire silage harvesting process, which is unloading into the blower and blowing it up into it. So I'll just give you a view of this. You can obviously tell this is very wet feed because it's green feed. This is freshly chopped, moisture still high. So it doesn't look like normal silage because it's not normal silage. Right here is going to be the first of the unique views that we don't typically get. We are looking through the bottom of the harvester where the bottom door is open. Typically you don't see this because harvesters feed out of the bottom, so they have their chain on the bottom that takes the feed out of the harvester, and all of it is closed up because you just keep filling from the top. It's not like a silo where you're constantly opening doors and stuff. So typically you don't ever get this view of a harvester, or at least not very much. So that's the first unique view of the day. So enjoy a little bit more of that. And here we've got the other cool thing that I wanted to show you. So this is, like I said, the view of the harvester as it's being fed out of. So you can see the way that it works if you're not familiar with the harvester, which makes sense if you're not, because most people don't use them. But how it works is there's a chain that rotates around, pulling through with teeth that will bring the feed out the door in the front, and that chain you can set it to just feed, and in certain models they had a sloped bottom that it fed down to it. In this model, the chain will tick across the bottom of the harvester, and you can set it, you know, to go back and forth, basically, to make sure that your chain is always bringing feed out. Now, in this case, there's just the one pile of feed. Typically, it would be totally full. So it's a unique view that me and Alex was the one who had recommended that we record this, since we had this unique opportunity. Figured that it would be cool for people to see this. And that's pretty much it. So you can see it just feeds out, and of course we've already showed you the conveyor belt. This is just one of the ingredients in the TMR ration for these dairy cows. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this unique view at the way that harvesters work. But that's all for today, and we'll see you next time.